In this chapter, brutality takes many faces. First comes the shadow syndicates of violence, where men vanish into dark rooms and emerge as mangled warnings. Chainsaws sing, flames lick flesh, and bodies become messages written in blood. No law, no mercy, only grotesque ritual dressed as power. Then a mother stands alone, her grief sharper than any blade. She traces the trail of those who stole her child and turns mourning into slaughter. Every scream she pulls from her enemies is a hymn to vengeance. Every bullet a cradle song of wrath. Next, a father's descent. Once a man of calm, now a storm unchained. They took his son, and with that they erased his restraint. He hunts with fire in his veins, carving his justice into the guilty. His revenge is not justice, it is extinction. And last, the voice of the assassin, a man forged by death itself, telling his story in jagged whispers. He does not boast, he confesses every kill he made, every life he took weighs like iron on his breath. He is both the weapon and the wound, and his tale bleeds into the dark.
This is not redemption. This is not forgiveness. This is broken skulls.
Barbarians.
Water pump.
I ain't here to praise devils, I'm here to read the ledger. Page by bloody page, how grinders make pressure. No names, no maps, just method measure. How they turn a body to smoke and fear into treasure. All drum howling, acid kissing bone. Predators pacing while the cage gets closed. Carbon fizz flooding lungs like stone. Ropes on a bridge with a cardboard note. Skin like a curtain peeled slow exposed. Metal teeth raw, heads roll composed. Kitchen fires cook what the night won't show. This is the manual they write in smoke. Big drum water than the demon pour. Concentrate caustic snow hissing in the boiling hate. Stir stick clapping while the barrel shakes. Steam ghosts whisper hold 'em, don't break. They dunk you, breathing, alive in the mud. Every gasp a mouthful of forever in raw. 8 hours, minimum stir, scrape, skim. Fat turns, jelly tendons slip. Eyes dim, teeth won't melt, nails won't quit. Bone grins, sift the chips, burn again. Bury sins, ash like confetti on a wasteland breeze. Blueprint stamp, last prayers and weeds. Clean up, nah, this is theater of pain. A recipe card written in nerve and stain. Cage first, lights bright, gate clangs. Strip 'em, lash 'em, make ribs sing with a plank. Call it lesson, I call it sick. Wood slaps thunder, legs snap like sticks. Tied to a trunk, let daylight feed flies. 3 suns later, silence replies, then pets arrive. Hunger set near, not starving, sharp enough to carve you clear. Muzzles test muscle, claws write scripture. Joints pop, belly splits for the picture. Fangs flash, lungs deflate, they toast the rattle. Hell's tailgate. Sharp steel whispers, no hurry. They map lines, cut slow. Red slurry, started scalp or cheek by ear. Peel slow, keep pulse bathed with breen. Some hang max on rusty nails. Others choose raw, chain screaming trails. 2 kneel, gagged, rope scarred throats. Head rolls tapping like a broken drum. When pain begs mercy, they dose veins wrong. A spark to wake you, fog to drag long. Cocktail of don't sleep, kiss the skin. Back to the table where axes begin. They choose the corners, hands, feet slice. Stay off the course so the engine runs twice. Blade weights heavy but measured in mean. Counting to 10 while fingers leave the scene. Buckets catch pieces like secrets and coins. Tourniquets cinch, then loosen the joints. Info spills quicker than blood, but the floor still answers with a black flood. Dark room, cold chair, one drip, one beat. Speaker, purrs a hurricane heat. Mask over eyes, last man screams. Mock firing squad clicks in dreams. Isolation stretches, minutes and knives. They slow roast futures and ruin lives. Hands on a desk, one lie, one toe. You bargain with shadow, but shadow says no. Towel heavy as earth, pressed and sealed. Breath reduced to rumor. Under cloth fields they pour, not water. Needles of fizz, bubbles climb sinus like a swarm that lives. Sometimes pepper burn spikes the brain. Fire up the nose, storm choke drain. They stop, you heave, they start, you drown. But never get permission to finally go down. Intermittent hell, needed like a chorus. Suffocation verses with carbonated horrors. Dawn hands out, witnesses, commuters, kids find silhouettes trembling where the morning is. Ropes over concrete, knuckles gone slate, bodies butchered, letters of turf and fate. Placards wobble in the traffic breath, letter in red with the grammar of death. Public theater, fear on billboards, skylines clap to the beat of a warlord. They don't leave you where you fall, they collect. Ghost trucks, tarps, no trace left. Kitchen ovens and drums, cable-tied thumbs, shovels, machetes, powdered crumbs. Walls tattooed with palms, smeared please. Floored like a beach of calcined teeth. Question, then butcher, then feed the flame. Fans hum ruthless while bones forget names. In ashes, teeth, tick like pale clocks. Jaw shards click, under shovel shots they sip. Bag, scattering gullies. Fire eats evidence and fear eats bodies. New blood lines up, boots straight. Sack hits table, fingers on a plate. Eat, they growl, or join the menu. Swallow your mercy, let darkness continue. One pukes regret, scoop from dust. Shove back in, chew, don't fuss. Sleep beside corpses, orientation. Hearts on a grill for a black coronation. Ritual bites carved, loyalty and bone. A fraternity branded in a dead man's tone. Write it in sirens, scrawl it in soot. Methods not legends, the blueprint underfoot. No flags, no faces, just gears that turn. From barrel to bridge, to pits that burn. If you hear these pages, choose another road. This comes what's once, that's the style you bow. Eat it, eat.
Splatter punk. Splatter punk.
No saints here, just mothers with methods. Blueprints in blood, justice through weapons. No names, no maps, just diagrams of pain. Procedures that echo like a funeral refrain.
Method not myth, hit a clock tick. 7 shots clean, 6 hit quick. 3 more 5, spine pin tight. Foot on the back, thread out of sight. Hot brass falls, red lines drawn. Angels exits, their breath is gone. Forget the legend, remember the lesson. Breast and squeeze in the weapon. Wool coat, hide, steel, safety off quiet. Eyes lock target, heartbeats riot. Compact chrome, front sight clear. Trigger snaps crisp, verdict near. First round chest, second lungs. Third in the wrist, blood floods tongues. Fourth neck tears, fifth skull cracks. 6th through temple, lights fade black. 7 wide, wood pew scream. Chaos erupts, death ends a scheme. Cordy clouds where silence was thick. She stood like justice, final quick. Not myth, hit a clock tick. 7 shots clean, 6 hit quick. 3 more 5, spine pin tight. Foot on the back, thread out of sight. Hot brass falls, red lines drawn. Angels exits, their breath is gone. Forget the legend, remember the lesson. Breast and squeezed in the weapon. Mom breaks, instincts awake. Crowd screams fear, kids at stake. Drawn piece low, muzzle high. 3 precise shots make him die. First sternum, second rib, third femur cracks. Legs give, gun drops loose, his spine gets pinned. Boot on his back, no breath left in. Scan left, right, calm control. Crowd intact, she owned the role. Steel still warm, hand steady true. One woman stopped what men couldn't do. Streamers cake, but killers plot. Pose for a photo, then gunfire hot. 2 men step, cadence tight. Barrel smoke blooms, no wasted bite. Shots climb ladder, chest and crown. Confetti of lead, rains party down. He slumps in sugar, balloons bleed red. Only him targeted, family unfed. She smiles steady while the trigger sang. Method is motive when empires hang. He baited soft, but cruelty stayed. Lured the young, innocence prayed. Wove tights to a garrote line. Pulled till silence choked the spine. Boxed the body, taped it still. Dragged it cold toward his will. Method of monsters etched in thread. Proof that system failed the dead. So a mother smuggled raging chrome and wrote a justice all alone. Method not myth, hit a clock tick. 7 shots clean, 6 hit quick. 3 more fire, spine pinned tight. Foot on the back, thread out of sight. Hot brass falls, red lines drawn. Angles, exits, their breath is gone. Forget the legend, remember the lesson. Press and squeeze in the weapon. Boot seller turned shadow spy. Hair dyed dark, masks applied. Track routines, stalk their gates. Unearthed graves, reveal fates. 10 down, disguises worn. Neon wrists, guns were torn. But vengeance calls, vengeance back. 13 bullets stitched her black. Porchlight hum, casing spun. Her ledger closed, but justice won. He preached holy, lived in vice. Ordered killings, rolled the dice. She wore her grief like velvet lace. Played his trust with patient face. Gathered whispers and pillow talk. Fed police with every walk. Tipped the rain, doors broke in. Cuffs click shut, empire thin. Sometimes the method's patient rope. Sometimes the mother's everyone's method not myth, hit the clock tick. 7 shots clean, 6 hit quick. 3 more fire, spine pinned tight. Foot on the back, thread out of sight. Hot brass falls, red lines drawn. Angles, exits, their breath is gone. Forget the legend, remember the lesson. Pressed and squeezed in the weapon. We don't chant names, don't place blame. We carve the steps in forensic flame. The knot, the box, the muzzle's reign. The mother's method forever ingrained. The never been.
Splatter powder pump, splatter pump, splatter pump, splatter pump.
Spring 08, smoke in the lungs, ash in the tongue, 2 crews split. Money made the bonds come undone, a boy bled in the street. World froze, time hung, and a father turned beast. Now the devil's bell rung. His revenge, no halo, only black tar sitting. Cold eyes, cold steel, cold whispers of grim. If you touch what he loves, he'll erase your kin. Say a prayer if you want, he ain't letting you win. His revenge, old rules, burn to the rim. City lights cut out when he mutters a hymn. You can beg, you can crawl, you can drown in gin, but the wave keeps coming, he's the flood, you swim.
It started outside a star government wall. 4 doors slammed, shadows moved in a scuffle in a brawl. They reached for the air, little hands watched it all. He fought, shots barked, then silence like a ball. Sirens late, oil streaks, a lullaby, a rod, a cheap note in the getaway car. Compliments from the ops, that line cracked the crown. He went blind with the shock. Every clock in his skull started screaming tick-tock. He'd grown up where powder flows like a river of lies, where a wink from a kingpin could dim out the skies. But blood on the pavement rewired his eyes. Now he breathes war, eats war, sleeps war, no disguise. He called his wolves, bring me mass from the other side. Stacked them in the barn where the cedar meets the hide. Tie their hands to the rafters, let the memory slide. I want answers, I want thunder, I want fate to collide. Rivals knelt on the dirt, boots crunch on the grit. He paced like a ghost with a cigarette lit. No courtroom here, just questions that hit. And a ledger of names he was eager to split. A local commander thought his badge made him safe. Wrong, the boss saw the badge as a counterfeit faith. No gore in these lines, but the terror had shape. He broke every oath that he buried like a wraith. 30 bodies, more, the rumors ran red. Walls had ears, even shadows felt dread. He earned a new nickname that screamed in your head. The crazy ones say it lower, you wake up dead. He mapped out the bayous, the alleys, the lanes. Turned barns into courts, back roads into chains. He carved out a lesson on power and pain. Touch mine once, watch your whole crew drain. Then soldiers poured in, 2,000 boots on the clay. Trucks, dogs, radios, checkpoints by day. They hit once they flat and found toys for the play. Plus a photo that sold his shadow to the fray. Now posters bloom, wanted the foreign hot as a furnace door. Convoy humming down a snakeback shore. Blue lights burst from the mesquite floor. Radio squawk, box 'em, then roar. They'd mapped them for days, triangulated the nest. Circles of steel rifles kissing the crest. He stepped from the lead car, smoking his chest. Looked up at the skyline like time for the test. No cinematic speech, no soft violin. He ran for the scrub, fate reeled him in. 6 pops later, the dust closed in. Crown hit the gravel with a rattlesnake grin. They laid him beside the boy, quiet and mean. 2 names on the wind that you'll never quite glean. The city dressed up with banners and venom. Not blood here, just anger you taste in between. The wheel keeps turning, the business stays vast. New suits fill chairs, old grudges hold fast. He wrote in a language that's caged in the past. Love me or fear me, the prayer didn't last. His revenge jets deep on a midnight page. A father set fire to a whole damn stage. If you count up the bones, you won't measure the rage. Because grief is a beast that refuses its cage. His revenge, no halo, only black tar sin. Cold eyes, cold steel, cold whispers of grim. Touch what he loves, till he empties the bin. Say a prayer if you want, he ain't letting you in. His revenge, old rules, burn to the rim. City lights cut out when he mutters a hymn. You can beg, you can crawl, you can drown in gin. But the wave keeps coming, he's the flood you swim.
Splatter powder, splatter powder, water powder.
Colors kill kids for the wrong fit. Sirens sing, bullets write songs quick. Childhood gone, knife in my fist. Tried to cut my father for the evil he did. South Central days, crime in my veins. Home invasions, then kilos on planes. Same tongue wars, flags draw lines. One dead homie, another body to find. Ran to Mexico, thought I'd escape. Culture clash, violence in place. Cartel hands gave me a rifle to kiss. Adrenaline junkie, death was bliss. I'm the Sicario, hard ice, eyes red, dreams dead, pockets red, demons in my head. I'm the Sicario, gun smoke in my lungs, angels lost count of the sins on my tongue. I'm the Sicario, hard ice, eyes red, dreams dead, pockets red, demons in my head. I'm the Sicario, gun smoke in my lungs, angels lost count of the sins on my tongue. Rules said no drugs, keep sharp, keep cruel. Crystal fed pawns didn't last in the duel. Fear stamped on heads at dawn. Bodies scattered, city drawn. 15 caught, wrong place, wrong time. Axes sang, chainsaws in rhyme. Didn't swing still, but I watched them fall. Blood sprayed murals on a ranch. Whoa! I'm the Sicario, hard ice, eyes red, dreams dead, pockets fed, demons in my head. I'm the Sicario, gun smoke in my lungs, angels lost count of the sins on my tongue. I'm the Sicario, hard ice, eyes red, dreams dead, pockets fed, demons in my head. I'm the Sicario, gun smoke in my lungs, angels lost count of the sins on my tongue. Cops bought a berry, plague told a promo. War like gorillas, stripping their logos. Worst thing I did, target hit, gun jam. I cleared the chamber, skull slammed, butt of the rifle, split his head wide. 70 ghosts walk at my side. I never touched women, never harmed kids. Lines in hell, boundaries I hit. Payback gone wrong, cuffs and chains, torture cells, 30 years they claim. Mexican prison, disease no beds. Cartel runs tears while the guards beg. We interrogated with phones in hand. Snap faces, map they land. Tried to quit the life, rib crack, ear torn. But riots birth where killers are born. Pop the gates, chaos flood, 13,000 wolves bathing in blood, boss decapitated, head dribbled for sport, body stacked high at the prison court. Gunfights hours long, sky lit flame,